Hello! Welcome to the Lord Havoc Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. If this is your first time, welcome. I am Lord Havoc. I stream, as the title suggests, Marvel Champions custom content. There's already plenty of Marvel Champions custom content creators, content streamers out there. D20 Woodworking, Nelson all over cards, things like that. People like that, if you're into that sort of, you want to see like the actual official release type stuff, then they've got you covered. I highly recommend them. But I focus on the custom content from the community, and plus myself, custom content that I've created for the game as well. So welcome. For this installment, we're actually going to be going through 3 separate heroes, if time permitting. If I've got enough time, we'll go through 3. We're going to start off with revisiting a hero we covered previously, Armoured Spidey, which I think is great, from Kajislav. We actually featured them on the show either the last episode or the episode before that. I can't remember exactly. And gave some feedback, and they responded on YouTube and in the Discord as well, the custom content Discord, and made some changes based on feedback that I and some others from the community gave them as well. And didn't do exactly what everybody said, but sort of worked out on what they thought was best. And so I said I'll give it another go after the changes were made, and we'll see how it goes. So pretty excited about that. Got a deck ready to go. We're also hopefully going to also be covering Kate Bishop from CPT Scorp. I mentioned this custom hero in a previous stream. I just think this looks amazing. I think she looks really cool, so I definitely want to give her a shot. And I've also made my own custom character, Ultimate Captain America. So continuing on from the Ultimate Universe, I made Ultimate Spidey. Next up is my Ultimate Captain America, and I've got an Ultimate Thor in the works. So I want to give this guy a go as well. Pretty excited about that, to debut him on the stream. Just make those across there just to make sure it looks nice and neat. Cool. Alright, but first we're going to start off with Armoured Spidey, as I promised Kajislav that I would. The test villain I'm going up with is Red Skull. I just think he's a pretty cool. He's a well done villain, and just a bit of fun, so up against it. He's hard without being too hard, so he's a challenge. So yeah, I thought that'd be pretty cool. And Red Skull's kind of like sort of go-to sort of test villain. Him and Claw. I think Claw and Red Skull Claw's a little bit easier, but has some pretty swinny mechanics that can make it quite hard sometimes, depending on how you go, the luck of the draw. Whereas Red Skull's a little bit more balanced, and sort of leans more into sort of the challenging side. Plus, they use different sort of aspects of the game. Red Skull's very heavy on the side schemes, and so it's good to test against the thwarting type decks. If you're going to do that sort of justice type related type stuff. And Claw's more sort of actiony type things. So yeah, Armoured Spidey. And also Kajislav. Finally, somebody helped me out with these HP counters. Quite often with the custom content creators, they'll make their own HP counter, which is very cool. And most of the time, they don't work for me. Like I'll download them, or I'll get them from their TTS or whatever the case may be, and I'll grab them. And then for some reason, they don't work. They work on their mod, but they don't work in this mod once I've copied them across. It's bizarre. It's really strange. I can't understand it. If I use this thing to import a deck, it imports a counter as well, and that always works perfectly fine. But for some reason, the other ones don't. It's strange. So, Kajislav pointed out that the trick that they use is that they grab the custom the counter as I do, then they make a copy inside the mod of the counter, and then delete the original version, and the copy then works, and spot on. That's exactly what I need to do moving on. That's exactly what I did. I grabbed his Armoured Spidey. It wasn't working. It was doing that weird glitch thing. Made a copy. Bang. Here we are. Now it works. I've done that for 3 others now. They all worked. So, Kajislav, thank you. You're a legend. So finally, I can get some HP counters that work. Wowza. Now I can probably I'll make my own ultimate for my characters as well. So. Alright, so Armoured Spidey, I've put the obligation in there. There's his encounter cards. There's Kate's and Ultimate Captain America's. I haven't finished the Nemesis set for Ultimate Captain America yet. I've done some, but I'm just going to use a couple from just normal Captain America's set, just to sort of round it out a bit. Baron Zemo. And he's the standard obligation as well. But anyway, this is Armoured Spidey, so his obligation's in there, and there's his Nemesis set there, which is Kimping. Yeah, give it a shuffle, make sure we're not cheating, give this a shuffle. Red Skull, put the Red House Sideskeep in play, put the Sleeper aside, out of play. There he is. Rise of the Red Skull, start at 0. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play. Needs 8 to finish. We'll go to the next stage. There is a stage 2. We've got Red Skull here, 12 life. Gets +1 attack for each side scheme in play, so you always have at least 1. Unless you're awesome with the thwarting. But he'll most likely have 1 when he attacks. Alright. Let's do it. Peter Parker. Earth 3-1... I can't quite read that. 31198, I think that's it. Businessman variant setup. Put your Armored Spider armor upgrade into play. Operational side face up. Place 3 metal counters on it. Okie dokie. You can make response after a player plays a card under your control. Draw 1 card. So that's actually put a card in play under your control. Draw 1 card. His armor is a permanent. It's force response. After you flip to this side, place 3 metal counters on here, which is him repairing it essentially. After the last metal counter is removed from here, flip this card. So I'll just show you what happens. If you use up all the metal counters, you flip to the destroyed side. I personally would have called it damaged, but that's all right. Which is also permanent. Armored Spidey gets -1 attack and -1 defense. And as an alter ego action, you can spend 3 resources of any type and flip. So there is one change there. It used to be you needed to exhaust Peter as well. You don't need to do that anymore. It's just spend the 3 resources and flip it. So I approve of that change. Let's put that across there. That was one of my suggestions. The hero version is 222. And his interrupt is when you would take any amount of damage from an attack, remove a metal counter for spider armor, prevent up to 3 of that damage. So it just adds as a defense. We had quite a bit of a discussion about how 222 should be the baseline stats for Armoured Spidey, so when you then go to destroy it and it gets -1 defense, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I stand by that. It still doesn't make a lot of sense. The armored part should give him at the very least +1 defense, but no, so not to make that change. That's fine. It's not my hero. It's his hero, or their hero, because I don't know. He or she, I don't know. Anyway, so yep, we're in Alter Ego. We've got the spider armor. Let's grab 6 cards. I'm going Justice, as you can see. Only one of the identity cards have shown up. Has this changed in any way? Sell it. Remove any number of metal counters from spider armor for each metal counter. Remove away draw cards. No, it hasn't changed. This is an awesome card. Sell it. Absolutely brilliant. You get to draw more cards. As it is, though, I've got cards in here. Should I mulligan? You know what? I will mulligan Spidey. He's horrendously expensive. I could Was it 2? I could sell it. You actually, you know what? Oh, no. You need a mulligan before you start doing any of those sort of shenanigans. So I will mulligan Spidey and get a different card before I start doing anything else. Okay, alright. Now, I'll sell it and choose 2 counters. For each middle counter I move this way, draw 2 cards. So I'll get 4 more cards. Okay. This is good. Alright, so here's another identity card. Embrace it. To remove a middle counter from Spider Armor Radio Hero identity. That hasn't changed, which is good. Swing it. Remove 3 threat from the screen. May remove 1 middle counter from Spider Armor to confuse an enemy. That hasn't changed. Sonic Rifle. And burst it. Remove each metal counter from Spider Armor deal. This has changed slightly. Remove each metal counter from Spider Armor deal. You don't get to choose how many you remove because the armor's exploded. Makes perfect sense. Deal 2 damage to each enemy in play for each metal counter removed this way. So that is a slight change, and I agree. I like this because it's exploded. Each enemy cops 2 for each counter that you were forced to remove. I love it for 2. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, so now that that's happened, let's see now. Let's flip to Armoured Spidey. Now, what have I got to deal with here? 3 here. You can use attack or thwart. Nothing on here just yet. And I've used salad. Okay, so that event's gone. It's an event. It's not an upgrade. So that's gone. And you had to be an alter ego to make it happen. So let's put Skilled Investigator out. After a site scheme is defeated, exhaust Skilled Investigator, draw a card. And then let's use Sonic Rifle to pay for Swing It, which removes 3 threat from a scheme. I'm not going to use the Confuse option, but I'm going to use 3 threat from a scheme and get rid of this. And then I'm going to Skilled Investigator to draw a card. Okay, plan B. I like that. Let's get Monica out. So Genius and Burst It. We'll get Monica out. When Monica comes into play, you get to search for a surveillance team. And put that into play. And that comes into play with 3 snoop counters. And because Monica's in play, it gets 4 snoop counters. Right. So wait, do you get 4 counters? You don't get 4, do you? Response. After Monica Chan ends a play, search your deck, discard pile stones, and put into play. No worries. Place 1 snoop counter on each surveillance team you control. So that's the response from Monica coming into play. But this wasn't in play when she came into play. I don't think you get the extra snoop counter. I don't think you do. I'm going to play it as if you don't, because it just doesn't seem right to me. What have I got left? I've still got more to left. Now, I don't really need these. Oh, I forgot to turn the tide. Turn the tide occurred when, as a response to when I removed the 3 threat from that side scheme. After your hero thwarts, removes all threat from a scheme. Deal. Oh, yeah, my hero thwarted because this is a thought card, right? Yeah. Hero action. Thwart. Cool. Alright, so that takes into effect as well. There's those 3. Right. Timing. It's very important. Then let's attack for 2. on 2. And then use Embrace It. No. No. Because as soon as I remove that last metal counter, it'll go to broken and I get -1 attack, which I just don't agree. I just don't think that's right. But it's, like I said, it's not my hero. Yeah. I'll just attack for 2. I think that's it. I won't use Embrace It yet. And actually, I will use Embrace It, but to pay for Plan B. That's what I'll do. And I've got other means to thwart and remove threat. So do I need... actually, yeah, you know what? I will keep it. Alright, so ready. End of turn, ready. Get my hand size is 5, yeah. So I get my 4 cards to go up to my hand size. Spider-Man. Miles, which is awesome. Mockingbird. Upside the head. After your hero makes a basic attack and damages an enemy. To confuse that enemy. If that enemy is already confused, stun it, which is pretty sweet. And Armoured Spidey, which is another Kajislav custom. Variant warrior. When Armoured Spidey makes a basic attack, discard up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Armoured Spidey gets +1 attack for this attack for each different resource type discarded this way. And it's not forced, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but yeah, it's worth a shot. Pretty cool. Alright, next. Threat on here, which means we get a side scheme. This is my favorite one, Prison Camps, although it's got the worst art. Like, that is just terrible. Terrible, terrible art. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme searches their deck and discard pile for an ally, puts into play and shuffles their deck. Now, long-time viewers will realise that me saying this is my favorite one is weird, considering it has an acceleration token, which is my most hated game mechanic. But it means that you get a free ally, and so it basically means that you grab the most expensive ally you got and you put him into play for free. It's great. He's now attacking. He's now attacking for 1 because there is a side scheme in play. See what I mean? So it's usually going to be 1. Do I want to defend or do I just take it? You know, I'm just going to take it. So 1 plus boost if you're in hero form, the villain attacks you after this activation. Do not deal a boost card. Okay, so I'll just take the 1. I am in hero form, so he attacks me again. He doesn't get a boost card, so it's just the 1. So I'll just take it. Encounter card is Red Skull's Luger. Attached to Red Skull, his attacks gain piercing and ranged, and he gets +1 scheme, +1 attack. It's pretty sweet. Not sweet for me, sweet for him. Okay. Now. Okay, so let's surveillance team 1 off of Prison Camp. And then let's upside the head play clear the area, which will remove 2 threat. 1, 2, which clears that side scheme and draws me a card. And then as a response to the side scheme, I get to search my deck and discard pile for any ally I want. Now here's my choices. I could either Spider Bot, which is pretty sweet. And there's a slight change as well. It used to cost 5, and now costs 4. So that's pretty cool. I mean, for 4, I get toughness, and I can discard it at any time as an action to flip to my operational side. Or do I grab the ridiculously expensive Peter Parker, remove 3 threat from a side scheme? After you play Spider-Man from your hand, so you don't even get his ability. So he's a 2/2, 4 health. Whereas he's a 1-3-3 health, but I get toughness and I get to use it. Oh, I think Spider Bot all the way. All the way with the Spider Bot. So he comes in with tough. Awesome. Alright, thank you, Prison Camps. Love it. Better shuffle my deck, just so there's no cheating. Okay, so that's been defeated. Because I defeated a side scheme, I can Skilled Investigator and get a free card. Okay. Alright, it's now too late to turn the tide. Because I defeated the scheme before and triggered all its responses. So now I can't turn the tide. So, which is a shame. But I can still use it if I remove all the threat from here. There's only one. So, might as well. So I'm going to use Monica to remove the 1. She takes a damage, and then I'll turn the tide for 3 points of damage. Cop that, Red Skull. Cop that. Alright, now what else have I got? Octo Spidey. Oh, he could have been another target to put into play as well. Night Vision. While Spider Armor is operational, Armored Spidey gets +1 thought and ignores guard and patrol. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. But anyway, that's not what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Night Vision, Octo Spidey, and Mockingbird to pay for young Miles. He's going to attack for 4. Boom! Knocks him right out. Like a freak. Swings in, kicks him in the face. Love it. Alright, so he gets knocked to his next side. Goes up to 16, I think. There we go. When revealed, deal each player an encounter card. Put that aside there. Cool. Alright, so I've still got more to go. I could attack with Spider Bot, but then he'd lose his tough, so I'm just going to keep him on that. So I might as well just hit with Spidey. Armoured Spidey. Might as well, eh? That's it. Get my hand back. 5. Get my strength. Alright, there's another identity card. Sense it. When a treachery card is revealed, then can deck cancel all of its effects, discard it. You may remove a metal counter from Spider Armor, deal 1 damage to the villain, or remove 1 threat. That hasn't changed. Embrace it, we saw that before. Vibranium Enhancement. While Spider Armor is operational side face up, Armored Spidey gains Retaliate 1 and Steady. Response. After you play this card, if Spider Armor is operational side face up, place 1 metal counters on it to a maximum of 3. I don't think that's changed either. That sounds the same to me. But it is cool. It'll be going into play next turn. And here's one of the newer ones that came from the new box. When defeated, each player who does not control a specialization upgrade chooses a set-aside specialization upgrade and puts into play under their control. So you defeat the side scheme, and you get to grab one of these. Or is it? It's over here. This is the one I put aside. So this has been put aside, waiting for me to put it into play. Combat Specialist. Your hero gets +1 attack, and after your hero performs a basic attack, you exhaust this card to draw a card. That's magnificent. It's Virgin on OP. I mean, it's really quite ridiculous. I don't even have to pay for it. It just goes straight into play. But it doesn't go into my hand. Puts into play under their control. It's almost too good. And it's like getting a campaign card in a non-campaign game. It's pretty cool. Alright, that's the end of that turn. Put a thread on here. We get a side scheme. Hydra Reinforcements. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards a non-elite minion. Hazard 2 threat. It's a pretty standard one. And then now he's attacking. He's attacking for 1, 2, 3. So I will defend with Spider Bot. Oh no, he's got piercing. He's got piercing. I'm not defending with Spider Bot. Because we'll just go straight through the tough as if it's not even there. So instead I'm going to defend with Monica. Monica's going to cop it to the face. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Thank you very much. A good decision was made because Spiderbot would have been killed. Then we get the encounter cards. And because that side scheme is in play, we actually get another encounter card. So 3 encounter cards. Standard, from Hazard, and the one from before when we flip to the next stage. So 3 in a row. Let's see what we can do here. 1. Spreading Lies. When revealed, place 2 threat on each scheme in play. 1, 2, 1, 2. Done. Next. Hail Hydra. Each Hydra minion engaged with a hero makes an attack. Each player was not attacked this way, searches the encounter deck for Hydra minion, puts it in play, engages them, and suffers the encounter deck. Now I get to choose. So what's in the discard pile? Nope. I definitely don't want to grab him. So let's grab this guy. Guard? No. Where's the guy that does Insight 1? Yeah. This guy. There we go. Shuffle the deck as instructed. And he does Insight 1. Next one. Assault. Villain attacks you. Alright. So he's attacking for 1, 2, 3. Plus a boost. What am I doing? This time I will defend with Armoured Spidey. So 3 plus nothing. It's not an undefended attack, so the boost doesn't do anything. So it's 3 minus my 2. So 1. 3 minus 1. I'm not spending the last token just yet. That's it. That is it. That was the last thing. So now it's my turn. So I will. What to do, what to do, what to do. I will strength to pay for Vibranium armor, or Vibranium enhancement. Get retaliate 1 and steady. I need to get rid of these 4 and this Hydra reinforcements. It's a lot. It's a lot. So at surveillance team we'll get rid of 1. So that goes down. Oh, I should have used Sensit before. Bloody hell. Why didn't I use Sensit? I'm going to use Embrace It to play Specialized Training. So that just sits there until I do something with it. Miles is going to kill this guy. And plan B is going to do 2 points to him. I think that's it. Yeah, not the most exciting round. Ready, get my 5 cards. Okay, pretty standard. No identity cards in there. Alright, 1 threat. Get a side scheme. It is Censor the Past. When defeated, each player chooses up to 3 cards in their discard pile and shuffles them into their deck. 3. And now he's attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't think that through. Why put a side scheme in play? It just makes him tougher. What an idiot. I'll defend with Miles. What was I thinking? 6, and he gets a tough status card. I should start a channel called How Not to Play. Anyway, Miles is definitely dead. He's a goner. And encounter card. And we get 2 because I'm pretty sure Hazard is still in play. Yeah. So blink. Hydra Soldier, guard, and the villain attacks you. Oh, wowza. Alright, so defending with Armoured Spidey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. Holy crap. 7. So 7 minus 2 is 5. I'll spend the last counter. To prevent 3, so I get 2. Wow, so he doesn't even get retaliate because he's got ranged. Madness. I was doing so well. Now it's gone. That's it. My turn. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Snoop is going to take care of 1 point off here. And then go. And then under surveillance is going to pay for clear the area, which will clear the last 2. A response from that is I get to defeat a non-elite minion for free, which will be him. And I also get to draw a card from clear the area, and I also get to draw a card from Skilled Investigator. So there's those 2. This tough is not doing anything because he's just going to pierce right through it anyway, right? So I'm going to energy to play Wiccan. Wiccan will thwart 1 off of specialized training. And then because he thwarted, he gets to flip a card and deal damage. He deals no damage because there's no boost icons. Thanks, Wiccan. Thanks for wasting my time. Brilliant. Wow, what a complete waste of time. I really wanted to knock off that tough. Going to use Kick It to pay for endurance. That gives me plus 3 hit points. I'm going to use Plan B to sacrifice a card and do 2 points of damage, which knocks off his tough. And I'm going to attack with Spider Bot, which removes his tough, but this is about to take consequential damage. So he takes 2 damage to do 3 points of damage. 1, 2, 3. And then as an action, I'm going to sacrifice him. flip the armor to operational. Then we're going to ready. And draw 5 cards. Just hold on one sec for me. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. There's my hand. Oh, there's a whole bunch of identity cards. So let's have a look. Park Industries, Exhaust, Park Industries. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1, discard the others. That hasn't changed as far as I can tell. Sense It hasn't changed. Gwen. Alright. Now this was a lot of conversation, not just with me, but with other people in the Discord as well. So response. After a card with the printed cost of 2 or more enters play under your control, ready Gwen. Limit once per round. Excellent. Resource, Exhaust Gwen, regenerate a wild resource for 3. That's much better. It's not quite what I suggested it should be, but it's still better than what it was. 100%. That's a 100% improvement on that card. Now it's actually playable. Spider-Verse, play only if your identity has the Web Warrior trait or Spider in its title. Luckily I've got Web Warrior because I actually don't have Spider in myself. Increase your ally limit by 1. Exhaust Spider-Verse, generate an energy resource for an ally with the Web Warrior trait or with Spider in its title for any player. That's pretty cool. And can get much we saw before. So cool. Alright, here we go. Threat. A card. Mass Chaos is the one I actually hate the most. It's actually worse than Sleeper, I think, which we now know is the last card. When revealed, each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck and places 1 threat here for each different type of resource icon they discarded this way, and a crisis icon. Because it means you're losing 5 cards, whether you like it or not. It's painful. And I've never had it have less than 3 threat placed on it. Although, interestingly, I've only got 3 cards left, and the rules state that I don't have to reshuffle the deck in order to satisfy this requirement, a requirement like that, where it says you have to discard cards, so if you have to draw cards. So that's right. So I lucked out there. I mean, I lose these 3 cards, which sucks. So there you go. I lose these 3 cards, and look at that. Wouldn't you know it? 3 different resources. It's every time without fail, people. It's 3. Anyway, so I lose these 3 cards, which is terrible. But oh well, and that goes to 3. I've never had it be less than 3. It's awful. He now attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I should actually have had 1 more of these. Blink, because of that as an icon. So almost there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus whatever he gets as his booster. Obviously, Wiccan's going to be copping it. Oh, actually, no. You know what? I'll defend, because I can do these. My ability says remove modal counter, prevent up to 3. It doesn't say I have a limit. Yeah, so I'm back to... Yeah, I might do that. So 5 plus 2, 7. So my natural defense blocks 2, so I'm copping 5. So I'll take off 1 counter to reduce it by 3, which puts it down to 2. Awesome. Encounter card and encounter card. No, just the one. Sorry, my bad. It stays there. Yeah, encounter card, then encounter card. Yep, cool. Just the one. And that is another side scheme. Well, that sucks. Hydra Patrol. When defeated, you search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion. Nice. So it's pretty obvious I'm going to the next stage because I can't affect this in any way. I've got 2 Crisis Icons. So now let's see how we go. My turn. Let's play Spider-Verse and Sense It. In order to play Kick It, which deals 4 damage to an enemy, and you remove a metal counter to stun that enemy. So I'm going to do 4 damage for you, and then I'm going to stun you. Then Wiccan's going to thwart for 1. Blink. Off of, I can't do it off there, so I'm going to do it off of. Actually, you know what? I might do it off of. So many choices. I'll do it off of Sense of the Past. And because he gets to do this, because he did a thwart, he needs to do this. 2! 1, 2. He's down to 3! He's down to 3! He's down to 3. I can't afford Gwen. I'm going to use Gwen to pay for Parker Industries. I'm going to flip to Peter. Use Parker Industries. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand, discard the others. Okay. Now I need to do this. Because I did that, I get an encounter card. But I also get to look at the top 3 cards. Keep 1 and discard the others. Actually, I don't want any of those cards. None of those cards are the ones that I wanted. I'll take Embrace It. I definitely don't want Make a Bid. So, although she could defend. Oh no, I definitely don't want her. So it's either one of these two. Do I get that? Because then when I grab my hand, I can cast something. I mean, play something. I'm going to stop saying cast. I don't know why I keep saying cast all the time. It's years of Magic playing, I think. Or I can use Embrace It to defend. And, oh, man. Yeah, I'll take Embrace It. It seems silly to take a resource card. Okay. And that's all I can do. So I'm definitely going to the next stage after this because I now get 5 cards to get my hand back. Oh, bloody hell. He's so expensive. Why is he even in the deck? If I'd taken the resource card, I could have played him. Well, there you go. Live and learn. That's it for that. Boom, boom. Get 2 on there. We go to the next stage. Reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put into play, which we know is the Sleeper. Oh, there we go. Sleeper Awakened. Which puts the Sleeper into play. Yes, toughness and guard and retaliate. He has a lot. He has a lot of stuff, folks. This goes down to 1. Because we added on there, put a card in. It bypasses that business, so I don't have to grab these and do it again. I mean, I'll do it anyway, but actually no, I don't have to do that just yet because I don't have to draw from that yet, and there may be more added to it, so let's just keep that for now. He schemes because I'm in alter ego mode and he's not confused, he's stunned, so I would have stopped him from attacking, but anyway, so he schemes for 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Going to alter ego mode was a poor choice. The Sleeper then schemes for 1. And then we get an encounter card. And I've got 2 because I had to reshuffle my deck. So counter card number 1 is Infinite Power. Alter ego. Give Red Skull a tough status card and he schemes. Well, that's it. It's game over. Tough status card. And he schemes for 3, 4, 4. 12. Lost. Lost. Can't believe it. I started off so well. There you go. That's really quite disappointing. Oh, wow. Why did I flip to pit? Oh, because I wanted to use Parker Industries. Oh man, intense, eh? Anyway, that's the new Armoured Spidey. Don't let me losing put you off the character. That's just me sucking at the game. Much improved, new version. I recommend it. I like it. The changes I approve. I would recommend slightly other changes, but like I said, still improved, 100% improved on what it was before, especially the Gwen card. Yeah, so well done, Kajislav. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so let's clear up. I'm actually going to stop this stream so I've got a different video and then go to the other 2 characters. Cool, and then I'll clear the board and stuff like that. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please throw on a like and a follow and all that sort of stuff. But most important is comments. If you have anything you'd like to comment on, please do so. How much do I suck at the game? A lot. What word would you use to describe my inability to play the game properly? But by all means, put it in there. But in terms of any comments for Kajislav on the hero Armoured Spidey, then that'd be cool as well. Anyway, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Have a good one. I'll see you again in a couple of minutes, hopefully, for the other heroes.